You can trust China coming out with awesome futuristic innovations, but this time it's dominating even the wheels department.
Welcome back, or welcome to By Any Means Necessary. I sent a special message out to all my subscribers who have stuck with me all this time while I've been away. So thank you so much for that. And I feel so blessed, right, with all the lovely messages that I've had on my return back to YouTube. But today's video is not one of my usual Brexits or anything, or any UK politics. It's not politics, actually. Because today I'm doing a video, China versus the USA and stroke the West. You know, for the longest of time, yeah, people keep saying to me, why are you always picking up China? What is it with you? Is it that George Soros paying you through China, is it? No. And that's my line that I normally use, by the way. I'm the one who normally brings up George Soros because this show is sponsored by George Soros. I guess you know that already, right? But anyway, yeah, so China now and America are going through this these tariff wars or whatever they're going through. And I would like to show you exactly why it is that America shouldn't be taking on China in this way, because they are on a lose-lose situation. That's all that's going to happen to them. You know, what you've got to understand about China, yeah, they have been driving electric cars probably 10 or 12 years before we was over here. And we was quite early because, you know, we had our first electric car over here was the Nissan Leaf. Yeah, well, the first respectable electric car that you could possibly drive, because we did have something called the G-Whiz. And let me tell you, you would only want to be seen in that car if it was raining very heavily outside. And even then you'd be like, I'm going to stand in this door. I'm going to stand under this tree. In fact, I'm going to stand in this doorway, yeah? In fact, you know what? I'm going to go and buy an umbrella. That's what you'd be like with a G-Whiz. You don't believe that? Insert here. Ever seen a vehicle that looks worse than the G-Whiz? But what I'm thinking is you could just pimp that, yeah? Put some nice sport wheels on it, some alloys on it, some wider tyres, a camber on it. You know what I mean? Put a spoiler on the top at the back, spoiler at the bottom, yeah? Flare out the arches little piece, right? Facelift the front, open front. I mean, like, make you look angry. And then you still have a G-Whiz. Those cars were very popular. Listen, those cars was if you went up the West End, yeah, when I was like, this was maybe like 25, 30 years ago. If you went up the West End, right, you would see those cars all over the place. They was everywhere. I wouldn't be surprised if there's still loads of them up there now, but those cars was absolutely everywhere. I think they must have been like, it must have been free to drive or something like that. Do you know what I mean? But they was everywhere. But that was one of the electric cars that I knew about from first. And then obviously, as I said, we had the Nissan Leaf. But China, I'm getting back to the subject now, China have been driving electric cars from way, way back when. Right? And I keep trying to explain to people, yeah, that China is nearly 100 years ahead of the West. While the West have been going around the world spreading their democracy, trying to steal a massive portion of the Middle East. Because, you know, the Israelis are just this, they're working on behalf of the British and the Americans. That's what they're doing. Right? Israel, right, has been literally put in that area, right, to keep that area completely disabled all the time. Because it can never be stable. I mean, if you've got Israel there, and they're a superpower, right? And since they've been in that region, they've murdered over 3 million Arabs. Over 3 million they've murdered. Why would they be there? Why would you say, you know what? I even read the letter a few weeks ago, Lord Rothschild or whatever his name was. I even read the letter, right, where it says that the Palestinians, right, are not to be impeded in any way. That's what it says. And does that look like they've held? No. They put the most violent Jews that had come out of Eastern Europe, right, into the Middle East, and they armed them better than anybody else in the region. They're armed better than anybody else. They've got their Iron Dome, but they still say, well, because of Hamas, we had to drop 2,000 bombs on civilians. It's Hamas's fault. It's not our fault. Just unfortunate. They have been put there for this very reason. You're telling me 8 decades, right? And they couldn't come up with a 2-state solution. They're just like, no, we want all the land. That's it. We want to take it all. They've wanted that since the 1930s, right? When they was taken from Eastern Europe, right, and given a portion of land that the people who gave it to them had no right to give it to them. It wasn't your land. There was already Palestinians on the land. As it literally states it in the letter, the Palestinians, it's in the letter. Because these people always say to you, there's no such thing as a Palestinian. But in the letter in the 1930s, right, it clearly says the Palestinian people. Clearly. Right, but these people say, oh, I've gone off subject again. Right, but that's the reason why Israel have been put there, right? So while the West have been doing all this and going to places like Africa and trying to steal out all their intellectual property, as in their minerals, and the Chinese have been secretly just beavering away, right? Providing services for the whole world within. When I'm talking about services, I'm talking about products, providing for the whole world. And the British and the Americans and the rest of the Western nations, all the time, oh look, they're trying to do, they're doing it, they're Belt and Road and all it. I would like to ask them one thing. I'd like to say to them, tell you what, yeah, who do you think, yeah, on a serious note, who do you think, right, the Native Americans would have preferred to discover America, to discover a land where there's people living on? Don't know how you do that, but they've done it. Who do you think they preferred? The Caucasians, right, that come from Europe, or the Chinese people? I'm going to wait for your answer. No, in fact, I won't. We can't even ask them. We can't ask the natives because they've all been genocided off. So we can't even ask them. Right? So I'm quite sure, right, that all these countries that China are dealing with, right, are a lot happier rather than, right, I keep forgetting. I should explain to you people something, right? Whenever I'm speaking about white people, I'm speaking about right-wing white people. That's what I'm speaking about. Left-wing white people, we're good. Do you know what I mean? You know already. Do you know what I mean? I've got no reason. I've got no reason to tell you any of this because you already don't know. But right-wing white people, all the MAGA spheres, and listen, there's even right-wing white people who are black. I know it's a very funny concept, but you'd understand if you'd understand. You should understand that concept. Like they're self-loathing. That's what it is. They're self-loathing. Someone like Candy Sowens or someone like that, right? But anyway, right? So don't never get that twisted. That's what I'm speaking about directly. Because those people are the problem. Those are the people who have brought you apartheids around the world. Those are the people who have brought genocides around the world. Those are the people who are backing, right, the Israelis. And when I say that, right, I include people like Starmer, Blair, all those people are included in on that side. Because if you notice, these people can quite easily be pushed to go down some really racist stances. But anyway, look, let me get back to my video. Because this video, as I said, is about China, the USA, and the West. And who, in some type of trade war, is going to get destroyed. Watch this.
You can trust China coming out with awesome futuristic innovations, but this time it's dominating even the wheels department. It's rapidly emerging as a global leader in engine innovation, that Chinese advancements are pushing the boundaries of what's possible. The country's technology is showing a speedy pace, challenging the US to keep up with its rapid revolution. Time to meet these both beauty and quality new generation engines in the market. China's BYD Yangwang U8.
Meet the Yangwang U8, the Chinese all-electric super SUV.
The BYD Yangwang U8 from China is making headlines as the world's first floating SUV. This innovative vehicle boasts a hydraulic system that allows it to rise or lower by 150 mm, making it a formidable presence on the road, all for a price tag of $50,000. One of its standout features is its ability to perform a tank turn, executing a full 360-degree spin while remaining stationary, perfect for making a stylish statement when parked. When it comes to aquatic adventures, the base model can float in water up to 1 meter deep, while the off-road variant can handle depths of 1.5 meters. In case of an emergency, like being caught on a flooded street, the U8 automatically activates its emergency floating mode. This mode ensures comfort by shutting off the engine, sealing the windows, turning on the air conditioning, and opening the sunroof. It can stay buoyant for up to 30 minutes and move at a speed of 3 km/h, making it a practical option for escaping tricky situations, though it's not designed for leisurely lake outings. It's important to note that this floating capability is strictly for emergencies, and using it for fun is discouraged. After engaging the floating mode, the vehicle will need a service check once the suspension is retracted. The U8 sets a new standard for SUVs, merging cutting-edge technology, safety, and adaptability in a way that could redefine off-roading and water navigation, albeit primarily in emergency scenarios. US SkyTrain in China.
China's new suspended monorail here in Wuhan. Let's go.
China has unveiled an exciting innovation, the first unmanned aerial train. While it may not soar through the skies like a traditional jet, its design is undeniably futuristic. This SkyTrain operates on a monorail that spans an impressive 10.5 kilometers. Traveling at a speed of 60 kilometers per hour, it can accommodate up to 200 passengers at a time, essentially performing the same function as a conventional train, just elevated above the ground. Remarkably, the construction of this monorail took only 7 months. That's the same time frame it typically takes to lay down standard train tracks. But this option offers increased capacity, fewer accidents, and comparable costs. It's a clear win-win situation. What makes this even more fascinating is that the SkyTrain isn't merely a flashy new toy. It has the potential to revolutionize urban transportation. Its elevated structure sidesteps the chaos of ground-level traffic, providing a quicker, more efficient journey. Additionally, its smaller footprint allows for more room to develop other urban amenities like parks and roadways. This represents a leap forward in public transit, merging cutting-edge technology with practical benefits, enhanced efficiency, improved safety, and significantly more space. This aerial train could very well transform the future of city travel. EHang 266S.
Isn't that monorail really something? So, that. When do you think, right, that Western cities will look how that Chinese city looks, right, with that monorail running through it? Because most of these guys here, they're like, yeah, you know what we should do? Let's put up trams. 1930s technology. But I say that, and I think that in London we've got the greatest system, right, which is the underground system. I don't really think you're going to surpass that, because that really does double up. You can catch a tube down there, right? Or you can use it as a bomb shelter. So the London Underground, I mean, it is an absolutely fantastic network. You know, you don't even need to know what time, literally. But once you're deep enough into that up the city and that, you don't even really need to know what time any of the tubes are coming, because you just walk down there and one will be along. One will be along very, very shortly, and I'm talking like seconds. It's just literally seconds. There's a boom, boom, boom. They're just flying through. So it's a fantastic system. You know, so I wouldn't want to get rid of our system to introduce like that new monorail, but I'm sure the two could coexist together. Right? It's a, you know, I just, you know, it's a, it just shows remarkable, because they 7 months. You know how long something like that would take, right? To by the time they finish, right? Israel could have finished their genocide by the time they finished building something like that in Britain. And talking about Israel, because I was talking about the violent Jews from before, right? And the reason why I say that is because within a couple of years of them turning up in Palestine, there was burning down Palestinian villages. And a lot of those people here who burnt down Palestinian villages ended up in the Knesset. Terrorists ended up in the Knesset. Some of them was convicted terrorists. From when I was a small child, right? I've been hearing about settlers. From when I was a small child, I've been hearing about settlers. And settlers they're still doing the same thing now. Can't be the same settlers from when I was a small child, right? Because most of those people then would have been in their 30s and 40s. So, you know, so they, you know, they'd be really old by now. But when I was a small child, they were talking about settlers, right? And that's the reason why I'll tell you, that the Israelis have never, ever wanted to say, no, let's have a two-state solution. Britain and America put these exceptionally violent people who had just come out of trauma right where the Palestinians are. And they did not give the Palestinians any weapons. And they have never given the Palestinians any weapons to defend themselves. Even though when Britain was fighting the Falklands War, Argentina was getting support from Israel. The Israelis have murdered plenty of British soldiers back in the 1930s and 1940s. They've murdered plenty of them. Maybe they was over there to try and, you know, partition these violent motherfuckers to try and keep them away from the peaceful Palestinians, because these people have turned the Palestinians into who they are. And, you know, I always ask the question to people. I always say to them, well, what do you think you would do being brought up in apartheid? Because I know what I would do. You know, in the same way, if I was born during slavery, the first opportunity I got, I would have killed the slave master and his whole family. All of them. Don't care. All of them. And I would try and trot off and go and try and find the natives to go and take me in. Because a lot of, you know, that's what happened. A lot of black people, they went over to the natives, and I think Mexico as well. All right, but that's what my part would have been if I was in South Africa during apartheid. Yeah, I would have been killing these motherfuckers, as much of them as I could, every fucking day. If I could kill them every day, I would be murdering them every fucking day. So, Palestinians brought up in apartheid. You know when the Palestinians have made their biggest mistake, right? Because all you got to remember, right, is, you know, because they talk about Hamas. They say, yeah, Hamas, a terrorist organization. So, well, who are Hamas? Who are they? They never say that. They never say to you, well, so who are they? Well, the Palestinians. They made the mistake by not calling themselves the PFF. If they called themselves the PFF, right, it would have had a complete different effect throughout the world. But calling themselves Hamas, right, you know, they could just brand them, oh no, terrorist organization, same as Hezbollah. Hezbollah, they just displaced Palestinians. But they're calling themselves, you know, they should be called the PFF as well. Palestinian freedom fighters. Right? And then you're going to be hard pressed, right, calling freedom fighters terrorists, because it says what it is on the tin. You know, the Houthis, you know, they've made massive mistake by putting in their charter, oh, we want the complete destruction of Israel, because that just plays into these violent Israelis' hands. Plays right into their hands, because they say, oh no, they hate us because, you know, because we're Jews, so they hate us. I'd say, well, you sure it's not because you've murdered over 3 million Arabs in that area? Is that you, in that region, you've murdered over 3 million Arabs? You sure it's not? Down to that. You sure they just hate you because you're Jewish? You sure that's what it is? Yeah. And why you're stealing all the land and murdering as many of them as possible. But, because of there's been some stupidity by the people in the Middle East, right, saying, yeah, we want to destroy them all, we don't get rid of them. None of them in the Middle East, right, have got the power to destroy Israel. None of them could do it anyway. None of them could do it. None of them have got the power to do it. Right? Because, they whatever weapons that America's got, Israel have got. Israel are some of the finest soldiers in the world, the Israelis. Right? They're committing genocide on a load of dirt right now, today. That's what they're doing right now, today. As I speak now, they're committing genocide. They're committing genocide. The Jews in Israel are committing genocide as I speak right now. That's what they're doing. Right? Some of people's called them out, but they don't care. They don't care at all. Netanyahu's wanted Netanyahu's wanted. He's got a date to be in The Hague. Let's laugh at it. I saw Muslims for Trump. I thought, don't you people realise something, yeah? That when Trump was in last time, he banned you from coming. But anyway, I'll tell you something, yeah? I've gone right off this China video, but I'll tell you one of the worst ones I saw was Latinos and Hispanics for Trump. Cue the music. Believe it, yeah? Listen to this. Listen to this. This is a tune. You won't believe it, brother. Listen to this, right? I've got to... Listen. For Donald Trump. Oh. Bro, is that camera on? Are you joking with me? Seriously, turn it off. Turn it off.
I will vote. Come on. I will vote. Hey, for Donald. Oh my God, I will vote. Let's do it. I will vote. Oh my God, I will vote. I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote for Donald Trump. I love my freedom.
Sorry, I did not mean to get caught out like that, and I just hope that the team does not put that in the final cut. I didn't mean to be winding up. Listen, you didn't see my foot movement. The foot movement is excellent, as well as the hip movement. Excellent. But I didn't mean to do that. Right now, yeah, I feel like P. Diddy after getting caught kicking the hell out of Cassidy Hutchinson. No, that can't be right. That can't be right. And too soon? Maybe so. But great song. Fantastic song. And when I saw, before the election, the Latinos and the Hispanics for Trump saying, yes, Mr. Trump, we want you to go after the bad ones and get them out, kick them out. And I was thinking to myself, now, swing that round and say that to black people. Mr. Trump, he wants to come and get rid of all the bad ones in the black community. We'll be like, no. You know what? Yeah, leave us. We'll deal with that and help the police to deal with that. We won't need the help of ICE. No, thank you. You people voted to have this done to you. When somebody tells you that you come from an island of garbage, you should try and listen to them. When someone says they want to come and get the bad ones amongst you, they're talking about you. You, that's who they're talking about. Latinos, Hispanics, come here. White people don't like you. Right-wing white people, they hate you. They can't stand you. But you know something, yeah? They can't get on with anybody. They can't even get on with white people. Right-wing white people can't even get on with white people. Look, Carl Rittenhouse, he murdered 2 or was it 3 white people he murdered. And because those people was on a demonstration with Black Lives Matter, that's okay for the white people. That's okay for the right wing. It's fine. So I'm telling you, them people that can't get on with anyone, Latinos, Hispanics, your proximity to try and get so close to whiteness has got you this. Behavior I find completely disgusting. That is absolute filth. I know you guys might have like asked, but I just find that just completely inhumane. And notice how all of those people are covering their faces. But do you know exactly who those people are? They are all descendants of the slave masters. All of them. They've always lived amongst us, right? For you to be able to just drag people off of the streets, out of factories, out of warehouses, off of farms, and then for you to just do that to them, I find that it really, every time I see it, I just think of slavery. I just think these are the people, and that's the reason why you would hide your face, because you know what? These people are absolute scum. These are your right-wing white people in full effect. Those are the people who are responsible for so much of the violence anywhere around the world, because these motherfuckers have always had what? The gun. Anyway, I'm just supposed to speak about China. So, shall we carry on? And let me just show you why is America should keep their ass quiet and behave and stop trying to antagonize the Chinese, because they are so far behind. I hear what you say, 100 years, that's a bit far. Okay, but they're decades behind the Chinese, right? They might believe that up to with the Chinese with weapons and that, but if the Chinese is making stuff like this,
has unveiled a revolutionary autonomous robotaxi that aims to transform urban transportation for ride-hailing services. This electric vehicle features a distinctive symmetrical design, enabling it to travel in either direction without the need to turn around. This innovative design allows it to navigate crowded city streets with remarkable agility, making it perfect for urban settings where space is at a premium. Inside, the cabin is roomy, accommodating up to 4 passengers in a comfortable face-to-face arrangement, which fosters a more social and enjoyable experience compared to conventional taxis. The bidirectional capability of the vehicle ensures it maintains 360 degrees awareness for safe navigation, providing passengers with confidence during their journey. Equipped with an advanced array of sensors, including LiDAR, cameras and radar, the vehicle boasts exceptional situational awareness and safety features to tackle any driving scenario. With a powerful battery, Zoox's robo-taxi can achieve speeds of up to 75 mph and operate for as long as 16 hours on a single charge, making it an efficient choice for city travel. Although the exact pricing details are not disclosed, Zoox is concentrating on creating an autonomous ride-hailing service rather than selling individual vehicles. This approach positions Zoox as a potentially cost-effective and efficient option for urban mobility, offering a glimpse into the future of transportation. Are you ready to experience a ride from the future? Raptor. Roids Tech, a Japanese company, has just introduced the Raptor, a striking 3-wheeled mobility platform that's capturing attention. What makes this vehicle stand out is its innovative design. It consists of 2 distinct components, the upper design unit and the lower base block. These parts can be effortlessly detached or reattached, offering remarkable versatility and convenience. Equipped with a 48-volt battery, The Raptor can reach speeds of 30 km per hour and travel up to 40 kilometers on a single charge. As a motor-assisted bicycle, it requires a driver's license for operation. Roidtech envisions the Raptor as a revolutionary solution not only for urban transportation, but also for fostering new business ventures, altering cultural perceptions, and reshaping the future of mobility infrastructure. With its blend of innovation, adaptability, and eco-friendliness, the Raptor is set to redefine urban commuting. The future of city travel is on the horizon, and it's arriving sooner than you might expect. Ridroid Kangoo. Engineers from the University of Tokyo and the Advanced Technology Center for Robotics have unveiled Ridroid Kangoo, an innovative robot that doubles as both a personal assistant and a mode of transportation. This versatile robot serves two main functions. It can follow its owner around, helping to carry groceries or other belongings, and it can transform into a scooter or Segway-like vehicle with a simple command. When it's time to ride, Kangoo shifts into vehicle mode, allowing users to zoom around at speeds of up to 10 km per hour. The robot uses advanced mapping and positioning systems for autonomous navigation, and its environment recognition system ensures it can safely maneuver through its surroundings. For added control, there's also a manual mode, but in case of an emergency, Kangoo can take over to prevent any collisions. Although it's still in development, the creators envision a future where people can summon these robots like taxis for convenient, safe rides to work, the store, or wherever they need to go. The Ridroid Kangoo is shaping up to be a futuristic mobility solution that combines assistance, convenience, and safety in one compact, high-tech design. A personal robot that can give you a lift? Sign me up. XPeng X3. XPeng Aero HT has recently introduced the XPeng X3, a remarkable flying car that boasts vertical takeoff and landing (VTOL) capabilities, creating a buzz in the transportation sector. Weighing approximately 1,936 kilos, the X3 features an innovative 8-rotor system that enables it to ascend and descend vertically, making it ideal for both terrestrial and aerial journeys. In car mode, it operates like any standard vehicle.
Well, they can bump it up. But imagine being able to buy all of this for $142,000. That's as much as...
providing a familiar driving experience. However, when it's time to take to the skies, the X3 seamlessly transitions to flight mode, allowing you to steer and control it with a steering wheel and gear lever, making aerial navigation feel effortless. The X3 can achieve a top speed of 130 km per hour and remains airborne for around 35 minutes. One of its standout features is the advanced recharging system, which allows the ground module to recharge the air module, enhancing its versatility and minimizing downtime. With options for both manual and automatic control, the X3 adapts easily to various scenarios. Inside, the cabin accommodates 2 passengers and offers an impressive 270 degrees panoramic view, blending the comfort of modern electric vehicles with the excitement of flying. The XPeng X3 redefines the concept of flying cars, integrating high performance, state-of-the-art technology, and practical usability into one exhilarating aerial experience. Jump Aero JA1. The Jump Aero JA1 is poised to revolutionize emergency response and personal air travel with its sleek aesthetics and cutting-edge technology. This electric vertical takeoff and landing (eVTOL) aircraft is designed for speed and efficiency, ensuring you reach critical situations quicker than ever before. Whether responding to an emergency or making a quick journey, this compact aircraft utilizes state-of-the-art electric propulsion for a smooth, quiet, and emissions-free flight.
So this aircraft is electric propulsion, zero emission.
It's ideal for busy urban environments or remote locations where traditional vehicles may face challenges. Equipped with an intuitive control system and exceptional safety features, the JA1 is user-friendly and instills complete confidence in its operators. This aircraft is set to transform personal aviation and emergency response, offering a fast, dependable, and eco-friendly solution for urgent situations. Imagine it as the future of aviation, speedier, more sustainable, and ready to take you where you need to go in no time. Shane Electric Concept Car. Let us discuss the Shane, an innovative electric concept vehicle developed by Shane Chen, the creator of the original hoverboard. This advanced two-wheeled electric car may appear toy-like at first glance, but it is designed to comfortably accommodate 5 adults. The interior evokes the sensation of preparing for a futuristic roller coaster ride, featuring a design that embodies cutting-edge aesthetics. The Shane's wheels are engineered to automatically adjust, ensuring the vehicle remains perfectly balanced as it accelerates. This intelligent design enables safe travel at high speeds. The vehicle's stability is achieved through a shifting center of gravity, which counteracts the forces generated during acceleration and braking. Consequently, the Shane provides the same level of stability and safety as a conventional four-wheeled automobile, albeit with a unique twist. Chen's vision merges the excitement of a high-speed futuristic experience with essential safety and stability features, offering an extraordinary electric vehicle journey. The Shane transcends the definition of a car. It represents a vision of the future of transportation, transforming the concept of a modern two-wheeled high-speed vehicle. Toyota Concept iWalk. One of Toyota's most innovative AI-driven vehicles, the Concept iWalk, is garnering attention as a distinctive and practical solution for traversing pedestrian areas. This three-wheeled apparatus is specifically engineered for short-distance urban travel. Equipped with an electric motor, it can achieve a range of up to 20 kilometers, making it particularly suitable for swift city journeys. In contrast to a hoverboard, the iWalk incorporates 3 wheels and utilizes a joystick for navigation, which significantly reduces the level of skill required for operation. This design allows even senior citizens to maneuver this cutting-edge vehicle with ease. As the speed of the iWalk increases, it dynamically adjusts its wheelbase by extending and expanding, thereby enhancing stability and ensuring a comfortable ride. The vehicle offers a distance range of 10 to 20 kilometers on a single charge, and its joystick is complemented by a spherical display for user interaction with its AI system. The integration of AI technology enables the vehicle to function autonomously, providing users with an added layer of convenience, whether navigating through bustling city streets or maneuvering in crowded spaces. The iWalk exemplifies the future of personal mobility, delivering a safe, effortless, and technologically advanced transportation experience. Honda Moto Compacto. Honda is at the forefront of transportation innovation with the launch of the Honda Moto Compacto, a modern reinterpretation of its classic gas-powered scooter that debuted nearly 4 decades ago. Introduced in September 2023, this contemporary model is tailored for short urban journeys, achieving a top speed of 24 km per hour and offering a travel range of up to 19 km on a single charge. Weighing a mere 18.7 kg, it is designed to be compact and easily portable. The Moto Compacto requires a charging duration of 3.5 hours, enhancing its practicality for daily use. Users can experience enhanced power with straightforward control facilitated by a button located beneath the display that allows for switching between speed settings. The initial mode capping at 16 km per hour. With a price point of $1,000, this scooter is not intended for heavy-duty applications. Instead, it provides a fun and visually appealing means of urban transportation. Ideal for errands or leisurely excursions in the park, the Honda Moto Compacto offers an engaging and stylish solution.
The rear wheel is here. There's a wheel release. So you pull this out and then you turn it.
For those seeking an efficient way to navigate their neighborhoods, thereby making urban mobility both exciting and accessible. Haven't seen what you exactly want? Keep watching. You might like the next one on the list. Yamaha Motoroid. The Yamaha Motoroid represents a groundbreaking advancement in motorcycle design, characterized by its ability to recognize its rider, respond to physical gestures, maintain balance autonomously, park itself, and engage in non-verbal communication. This innovative concept motorcycle integrates artificial intelligence, self-stabilizing mechanisms, and haptic feedback, fostering a novel interaction between the rider and the vehicle. More than merely a mode of transportation, the Yamaha Motoroid functions as an interactive companion.
AI-driven image recognition, so it will learn the user's face, will learn their gestures.
It possesses facial recognition capabilities, can track the rider's movements, and reacts to verbal commands, thereby enhancing the personal and futuristic nature of the riding experience. Additionally, the motorcycle is equipped to project essential information into the rider's field of vision, distracted focus on the road ahead. Through its state-of-the-art technology, the Motoroid transforms the conventional understanding of motorcycles, evolving them into intelligent, engaging entities. Prepare to welcome a new era of motorcycling, where the bike transcends its mechanical origins to become a true partner in exploration. Honda Uni One. Honda has introduced an advanced mobility experience that leverages extended reality, fundamentally altering our interaction with vehicles. This cutting-edge system integrates both augmented and virtual reality to establish an engaging driving atmosphere, enhancing the experience of navigating urban environments. Imagine operating a vehicle with real-time augmented reality displays on your windshield, which illuminate points of interest, provide traffic updates, and more, all while you navigate through the city. However, the Honda experience extends beyond mere navigation. The system includes virtual reality training simulations designed for novice drivers, enabling them to refine their skills across diverse driving scenarios. Additionally,
Actually looks like a fun vehicle if you was to own something like that and you could send it out to go and pick up passengers and make you money while you're sleeping. But, you know, I don't in Western countries, I'm not really sure whether or not something like that. Well, actually, I can speak for Britain, because in Britain, in this country, right, what you'd have is yobbos, right, after they've had a good bevy, right, you know, a good sniff of the barmaid's apron. After they've done that, right, then you see them, they're going to stand up in front of it, stand in front of the sensors, right, and then obviously it's not going to, and these guys will stand there for half an hour, they put dustbins in front of it and all stuff like that. So over here, it'd be kind of difficult. It'd be kind of difficult to work in this country. Well, it definitely would be. I don't know what it'd be like in America. I know they've got like autonomous vehicles in Silicon Valley and that, but I don't really think they're up to the I don't think they're up to the sort of technology that the Chinese are using there. And then you saw the what's it called? I think the X3, which is the car that takes off like a helicopter. $140,000, but that is $140,000 in China, not in a Western country, because that's going to attract a lot of money in tariffs, and then whoever's selling it over in the Western countries is certainly going to put a price tag on it probably around £500,000, $500,000. So maybe £420,000, right? So that puts it at the price range of everybody. Yeah, apart from if you're playing professional football. That just puts it that puts it out of the range of everybody. But it's maybe one day you might have cheaper models that might be a bit dangerous. Well, you never know, because once the technology's there, then I'm sure they can bring the price down with stuff like that. And then do you see the what's it called? Something Roo, little thing what you ride, it doubles up as like a personal computer for all to see. And you see, while the Chinese are busy away inventing and all these type of things, you've got the British and the Americans and all the rest of the Western nations, right, wanting to bully people in all different countries all over the world. Ibrahim Traoré, for example, the French have said to him, you should be thanking us. Rude. They should be thanking them for what? For coming over and stripping the country, trying to strip the country bare of its natural minerals. For how many years has France been over there? And Ibrahim Traoré is one of them who run him out. And, I've known about this man for some time, because a good few years back, I can't remember how long ago, it was a long time ago now, though, I heard about this man who, there was one of the villages, in Burkina Faso had been taken over by some militants. And he took a platoon over to the village to go and free these people, right? But unbeknown to him, the jihadis had laid a trap of some mines and all that, right? So to build them up when they come through there. So they're going to get blown up when they come through there. So he's come, it's like, oh, he must have seen it. So he took himself and went through the jungle, right? The thickness of the jungle. I went round there, yeah, and freed the villagers. So I heard about him from when he done that move there. Do you know what I mean? So, I've always quite liked him. And right now, yeah, all the Americans, they've got some jigaboo in America. I know one of the Joint Chiefs of Staff talking about how he's hoarding and taking all the gold for himself and all the things there. And you see this man, right? He's still, because he's a colonel, yeah, but he's done a coup, but he's a colonel, right? He's still on his colonel salary. He lives in a modest house, right? He's taking all the money and all the gold money and all that, yeah, and he's building houses for the people in Burkina Faso. He's building houses, he's building schools, he's building hospitals. That's what he's doing, and that's what's really pissing them off, because he wants to have his nation educated, because for so long, when you've got people like the French or one of these invaders in your country all this time, right? So it's going to be, your country's going to be kind of unstable, because when those people are there, they're all soldiers, right? And they want to start be out on patrol and all those things. It's one thing having like certain countries having a barracks in your country, right? But when it's that, yeah, they keep their ass in their own barracks. They don't go out on streets and patrol. But I could imagine that's what the French and them were still doing. They were still going out and patrol. So they just fling them out. And now they're kind of pissed with him. But this is what the West problem is. The West problem is they always want to get involved in other people's business. And that's why the Chinese have left them so far behind. Let's watch the last piece of this, and then we'll get back on the other side.
Hydrofoil jet ski flyway. Slovenian engineer David Vukovic has unveiled an innovative watercraft known as the Hydrofoil jet ski flyway. This electric jet ski incorporates cutting-edge technology and a novel design, allowing it to glide seamlessly above the water's surface. Capable of achieving speeds of up to 88 km per hour and covering distances of up to 100 kilometers on a single charge, the flyway is ideally suited for those seeking excitement and adventure. What distinguishes the flyway is its incorporation of hydrofoils, which significantly minimize water resistance. This feature not only enhances speed and range, but also ensures a smoother and more enjoyable riding experience. The craft is equipped with an intuitive control system, enabling operators to navigate with ease, even at elevated speeds. With a focus on environmental sustainability, the flyway operates nearly silently and emits no harmful pollutants. It represents an exhilarating option for water sports enthusiasts who wish to engage in their passion while remaining environmentally responsible. The flyway allows riders to experience the thrill of the waves while prioritizing sustainability. InMotion V14. The advent of e-bikes and e-scooters has significantly transformed the landscape of commuting, providing environmentally friendly alternatives to conventional modes of transport. However, for those who find two wheels excessive, the InMotion V14 unicycle presents an innovative solution. This remarkable single-wheeled device can achieve speeds of up to 110 km per hour and conquer inclines of up to 50 degrees, making it suitable for a variety of terrains, including gravel and dirt paths. In comparison to traditional bicycles,
V14, the Adventure, all set up. We've got the Grizzly pads to our liking.
The InMotion V14 is compact and easy to store, embodying a minimalist philosophy in personal transportation while maintaining high performance. Its agility and versatility cater to riders seeking an exhilarating and efficient commuting experience. Embrace the future of transportation with the InMotion V14, where one wheel may indeed suffice. Origo. Origo is at the forefront of autonomous transportation, providing innovative solutions tailored for a variety of sectors. Their self-driving vehicles are engineered to enhance both efficiency and safety across diverse settings, including airports and urban centers. These state-of-the-art vehicles are outfitted with sophisticated sensors and artificial intelligence, enabling them to navigate intricate routes and avoid obstacles with remarkable accuracy. The versatility of Origo's autonomous pods is particularly noteworthy. They are suitable for a range of applications, including passenger transport, cargo delivery, and mobile retail services, making them ideal for addressing contemporary urban mobility challenges. A standout characteristic is their capability to operate effectively in various weather conditions, ensuring dependable performance throughout the year. Additionally, Origo's electric-powered pods contribute to the reduction of emissions, promoting cleaner air in urban environments. The company places a strong emphasis on sustainability and intelligent technology, featuring a software platform that integrates effortlessly with pre-existing infrastructure. This facilitates rapid deployment without necessitating significant alterations to the surrounding environment. In summary, Origo is transforming the landscape of autonomous transportation with intelligent, sustainable, and adaptable solutions poised to redefine the future of urban mobility. Rosenbauer RT.
What I can see, I think that China's thinking very, very futuristic, and America seems to be heading backwards. I mean, if you look at, obviously the whole tariff war was just completely crazy, and I'm watching Donald Trump telling his supporters that they're not going to be paying tariffs. And all the time I'm saying, well, that's actually not how tariffs work. Because, if I'm selling you a product and then you're selling that product on, and I raise that product by £5 or $5, right? Are you still going to sell it to your customer for the same price, or are you going to say to your customer, listen, I've raised about $6, because he's charging me an extra $5, and then I've got my own system that I've got to work into it now, so that's going to cost an extra $1 as well. So I've got to raise it to you by $6. Unless you're going to sell it to them for the same price still, and take the $5 hit, because I want my $5 from you. I'm not taking, that's it. So whatever you've got going on with those people, okay. And so tariffs don't work like that. Tariffs always work that the members of the public, meaning us, are the people who pay tariffs every single time. And anybody, I've just thought about that, right? And if you've got to explain that to people, you just have to think, well, you know what, I can't bother. Because if you've really got to explain to people that tariffs are only there, they're only there and going to hurt the people in the. That's all it's going to hurt. It's not going to hurt the businesses aren't going to feel tariffs because they just pass it on, so they don't feel tariffs. What they are is they're concerned that you might not have enough money to buy their product. That's what they're concerned about. But once they see you stretching and you're saying, you know what, I'll go and do it, and a couple of extra hours at work, so I can. Once they see you doing that, then they're a bit more relaxed. But that's what they're worried about. They're just worried because you might not be able to afford to buy their goods because of the tariffs, And then, even the people that Donald Trump's got around him, I don't even know how it is, right, that they're selling the whole tariff thing, because they really do know better. I mean, you've got that Scott Besson, another one whose head is so straight, right? The man could be I was going to say a ruler, but I'm just thinking, maybe a spirit level, because the man's head is so straight. That man could literally be a spirit level. And then the other one, Howard Lutnick, or as people like to call him, Nutlick, which I think is just downright rude. But then when you're up there talking all that foolishness, and with these guys, right? Because these guys are billionaires, and believe me, trust me, they know much better than what they're saying on the TV. What they're saying on TV, because I watch these guys all the time. I'm listening to them. Are you crazy? I know that they know better, and they know that everybody knows that they know better, but they're still doing it. And you know what they're doing it? They're doing it because for the fame. They're billionaires, and for them, they're not getting enough TV time. They would like some Elon Musk TV time, but look how that's gone for him. But that's what they would like. because you see, reporters phoned them in the middle of the night and said to them, yeah, well, listen, there might just be something going on in, say, Syria or something like that. Yeah, what about this in Syria? What do you know about it? But that's what happens. But that's what happens. That's the lifestyle they want. They want the lifestyle where they've got the cameras following them all the time. Because billionaires, if billionaires aren't looking for that, then they don't get that. Only the ones who look for that are the ones who will get that. Right? No one right has told Elon Musk right that he would need armed security. He's only got armed security because he needs armed security because of his own actions. That's why he's got armed security. But other than that, right? If it wasn't for him being an absolute arse, he could walk around by himself because before most people used to like him. Yeah, remember he was in he was in a couple of Iron Man movies and all that. And I've seen him I think he was in the In Between. Was it? I think he might have been in Between or something like that. I've never watched that, but I'm sure I saw him in that. Right? So a lot of people used to like him, especially people on the left, and then he turned. So I mean, we have spoke about quite a lot in this video, and I'm just wondering if this video is too long for TikTok. Fuck it, I'm still going to post it there anyway, right? And I just think that the Americans seem to be going backwards, seem to want to go take us back to a time when, I don't know, maybe when I don't know. I mean, just what these guys' problem is, I really don't know. You look at the whole situation with Donald Trump wanting to destroy any black history they can find. And, for so many years, people have been saying to us, well, Donald Trump is not racist. Yeah. Shall we ask the Latinos and the Hispanics if Donald Trump is racist or not? I'm sure even now, right, there's some Latinos and some Hispanics for Trump. I'm sure even now. The only one good thing, right, about Donald Trump coming back into power, right, is that we got to see the humiliation of Byron Donalds and Tim Scott. We got to see Donald Trump make them, hey, boy, you want to shine my shoes, boy? Donald Trump made an absolute idiot of the two of them. Right? Even though Byron Donalds said, something, during Jim Crow, at which point, someone needed to jump up and punch him in the face. Sorry, but that's the only response I can think of. Someone needed to jump up and punch him in the face. As soon as he mentioned Jim Crow, because he said, and then say to him, what was you going to say about Jim Crow? You was going to say, during Jim Crow, right, the black man was together. Of course they had to be fucking together, because they didn't want to be strung up from a fucking tree. That's why they had to be together. But anyway, there is one last thing that I need to show you. I need to show you exactly why these people want to hold the Chinese back, want to charge tariffs, right? And things that they don't want you to know. Did you know that you can buy an EV for as little as about that? That's an EV that the Chinese have produced that cost under $10,000. So to us, to the British pound, we'll be looking at what, 8,700 if we could actually get to buy that car. But this is the reason why. No, not this is the reason why. The reason why they put tariffs on goods like that is so that they can protect billionaires, because that's what the whole tariff thing is about. Because someone who's running like an electric car company in America or in Britain. I don't know if we've got any, but I'm just saying. Someone who's running electric car companies in these countries, right? They would do everything they can. This is where the term lobbying, because they will get someone to lobby certain ministers, say, listen, I'll give you, if I give you this, right, will you vote against like having EVs imported into the country tariff free? So it's obviously it's in their interest, but these guys, they think it's okay for them to accumulate billions and billions of dollars or pounds, and they're selling a product that people have to struggle to buy. But you could buy the same product a lot cheaper from somewhere else. So they say, no, you have to put a lot of money on top of that, right, to make it not worth their while. That's how the West works. It's very, very sad that we haven't got politicians who actually work for the people, because our politicians should just be saying, well, no, listen, that's what you call competition. What you should do is provide a cheaper vehicle. That's what you should do, because we're going to allow these to be imported in, and people can buy them at the price they can get them for in China. Minus the whatever carriage, and minus these people who's ever selling it, whatever that is, right? So minus all that. And so, well, these people can sell. They can sell. They can add on their little bits, and then they can sell them. But no, we haven't got politicians that work for people. And the very, very sad thing is we have never had politicians that work for people. Anyway, I have come to an end because this has been one damn long video, and we were supposed to be talking a lot about the. And I mean, let's say, well, what's my verdict? Well, I knew my verdict from the start. Right, the Americans are fighting a losing battle. Right, they're going to get their butts kicked. It's just as simple as that, But anyway, I'm going to bow out of here, yeah. But I will be back very, very shortly with another video. I'm just doing my what did I keep telling you about? Oh, black fatigue. It's another very, very sad state of affairs. Black fatigue. It's a very, very sad state of affairs. Anyway, my friends, I'm going to bow out of here. I'm DMT John Ribs. It was really nice to speak to you guys. I would love to hear all of your comments below. Anything you've got to say, I will take it straight on the chin.